Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speak Smart Podcast. I'm Jane.
And I'm Lucy. We're so glad you're joining us today for another episode of Easy English for Beginners. Today, we have a really important topic, one that I think we all deal with every single day.
Absolutely, Lucy. It's something that honestly, sometimes I feel I have a lot of, and other times I feel like I have absolutely none of. We're talking about self-control.
Yes, self-control. It's a big phrase, but it means managing yourself, managing your actions, your feelings, your desires. Like when you see a big piece of chocolate cake and you know you shouldn't eat it all, but it looks so good.
Oh, Lucy, you're speaking my language. Chocolate cake is my biggest weakness. So how do we talk about this self-control idea in easy English for our listeners?
Great question. Let's start with the basics. The term self-control itself is very common. You can say, I need more self-control, or he has good self-control.
Okay, so just using the phrase directly. Simple enough. What if I'm struggling? Like, I ate the whole cake. What then?
That's where phrases like, I lost my self-control come in handy. Or, even simpler, I couldn't control myself. It happens to all of us, believe me.
I couldn't control myself. That's a very clear way to say it. I can imagine saying that about many things, not just cake.
Exactly. It's very versatile. Another important word is willpower. Willpower is your inner strength to resist temptation or to do something difficult. If you don't eat the cake, you have strong willpower.
Willpower. So it's like a muscle for your mind. The more you use it, the stronger it gets?
That's a great way to think about it, Jane. You can say, my willpower is strong today if you're feeling determined, or my willpower is a bit weak today if you're finding it hard to resist something.
I often feel my willpower is weak when it comes to online shopping. I see a nice shirt, and my willpower just disappears.
Oh, I totally get that. Online shopping is a huge test of self-control for many people. So when you see that shirt, what do you feel? You feel a temptation, right?
Yes, temptation. The shirt is tempting me.
Perfect. So if you don't buy the shirt, you resisted the temptation. And if you do buy it, you gave in to temptation. These are very natural phrases.
Resisted temptation, gave in to temptation. That's easy to remember and very useful. I can use that for cake, for shopping, for staying up late watching TV.
Exactly. It applies to so many situations. Let's think about some other common scenarios. How about studying or working? Sometimes you know you should be studying, but you really want to watch a movie or play a game.
Oh, that's a big one for students, or even for me, when I have work to do, but I'd rather just relax. I feel like I need to force myself to do it.
You can say, I need to force myself. That's good. Another way is I need to be disciplined. Being disciplined means following rules or a plan even when it's hard, like a soldier is disciplined.
Be disciplined. That sounds very strong and useful. So if I tell myself I'm going to study for 1 hour before watching TV, I'm trying to be disciplined.
Yes, you are. And if you succeed, you showed great discipline. You can also say, I need to stick to my plan, or I need to stick to my schedule to talk about following through.
Stick to my plan. That's another great one. It feels very active, like you're holding on to your decision. What about when it's not about doing something, but not doing something, like not getting angry?
That's a fantastic example, Jane. Emotional self-control is huge. If someone says something that makes you angry and you manage to stay calm, you kept your cool. Or you controlled your temper.
Kept your cool. I love that. It sounds very natural. And if I do get angry and shout?
Then you lost your temper. So if you say, I'm trying to keep my cool, it means you're trying to control your anger. If you say, I lost my temper, it means you got angry and couldn't control it.
Okay, keep my cool, control my temper, and lose my temper. These are really clear and useful phrases for emotions. I can totally imagine using those.
They're very common. Let's think about another scenario. What about when you're trying to save money? You see something you want, but you know you shouldn't spend the money.
Oh, saving money. That's a daily battle for many. I tell myself, no, don't buy it.
Good! You're trying to hold back. To hold back means to stop yourself from doing something. I need to hold back from buying that expensive coffee.
Hold back. That's a nice visual phrase, like you're physically holding yourself. So I can say, I need to hold back from spending money, or I need to hold back from eating too much.
Exactly. You've got it. It's about self-restraint. That's another word, restraint, but hold back is probably easier for beginners. It means the same thing, to limit yourself.
Self-restraint. Okay, I'll stick with hold back for now. It feels more natural. So we've covered food, shopping, work, and emotions. What about something like breaking a bad habit?
That's an excellent point. Breaking a bad habit definitely requires a lot of self-control. Let's say you want to stop biting your nails. You could say, I'm trying to break the habit of biting my nails, and for that, you need to exercise self-control.
Exercise self-control. So it's like a verb, like you're doing something active to use it.
Exactly. You're actively using it, just like exercising a muscle. When you feel the urge to bite your nails, you exercise self-control to stop yourself, or you practice self-control.
Practice self-control. That makes sense, especially if you're trying to make it stronger, like we talked about with willpower. What about if you've already started the bad habit and you need to stop in the middle?
Good scenario. Let's say you're scrolling on your phone for too long. You know you should stop. You can say, I need to pull myself away from this, or I need to put my phone down. That's a direct action showing self-control.
Pull myself away. That's very descriptive. Or put my phone down. These are simple commands to yourself.
Yes, they are. And sometimes self-control is about setting limits. I'm limiting my screen time. I'm limiting myself to one dessert per week. Limit is a useful verb here.
Limit. Okay, so setting a boundary for yourself. I'm going to try to limit my chocolate cake intake.
That's a great goal, Jane. And when you successfully do that, you can say, I managed to limit myself, or I managed to stay strong.
Stay strong. That's a good positive one. So let's recap some of these phrases for our listeners, because there are a lot, but they're all very useful.
Definitely. So we have self-control itself. I need more self-control. I lost my self-control. I couldn't control myself. Then there's willpower. My willpower is strong, weak. And for resisting things, resist temptation. If you fail, give in to temptation. For being disciplined, be disciplined. Showed great discipline. Stick to my plan. Yes! And for emotions, keep your cool, control your temper, lose your temper. For stopping yourself, hold back, pull myself away, put my phone down, limit myself.
Wow, that's a comprehensive list. It's amazing how many different ways we can talk about this one idea. But for beginners, how can they start practicing these phrases in their daily life?
That's the key, isn't it? My advice is to pick just one or two phrases that feel comfortable to you. For example, maybe you're trying to eat healthier. Every time you see something delicious but unhealthy, think to yourself, I need to resist temptation, or I need to show self-control.
So it's about internal monologue at first, just thinking the English words in your head.
Exactly. That's a fantastic starting point. And if you have a friend who's also learning English, you can practice with each other. I managed to hold back from buying new shoes today. Good job, you showed strong willpower.
That's a brilliant idea. Using it in a real-life context with someone else, even if it's just a quick message.
Yes. And remember, learning English itself requires self-control. It takes discipline to study regularly, even when you're tired or busy. Don't give up. Keep practicing.
That's so true. Sometimes my willpower to study English is a bit weak. But then I remember how much I want to improve, and I try to stick to my plan.
That's perfect, Jane. You're already using the phrases, and that's what we want our listeners to do. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Just try to use the words.
I think this episode has given me, and hopefully our listeners, a lot of confidence to talk about self-control in many different situations. From resisting snacks to staying calm when things get tough.
That's our goal, to make these everyday conversations accessible and understandable for everyone learning English. Self-control is a universal challenge, so having the right words is really empowering.
Definitely. So, next time you face a challenge with your self-control, try to use one of these phrases, even if it's just in your head. You might surprise yourself.
And remember, like any muscle, your willpower gets stronger with practice, so keep practicing your English and your self-control.
Thank you so much for joining us on Speak Smart today. We really hope this episode was helpful.
Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next episode, and practice those self-control phrases. Bye for now.
Bye everyone.